Nigeria. The time is 3 p.m.
We are the real home of entertainment. Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan.
100.7. 100.7.
Melody
100.7.
I love this station. Melody 100.7 FM.
Reset one of your presets for your hit music now. 100.7.
Melody FM 100.7.
Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
Looking to probe from deep and out. That's a smashing ball, it's Martins!
Josie, your ball, good ball.
And it's pushed out to the boat!
Second goal, Odesi.
Sensational! What a wonderful finish! That is the most embarrassing own goal! Oh, what a goal! That's something out of nothing! He struck it sweetly! And does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybook stuff!
Yeah, definitely still basking in the euphoria of yesterday's victory about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. At least they're crossing one of the hurdles before us ahead of the qualification to 2036 World Cup in the Americas. But we thank God for yesterday, because what would have happened? I don't know what would I have been saying this afternoon. Because if we had lost that game in Rwanda, it would have been over. Nothing to play for. Even if we had played a draw, there would have been nothing to play for. Yes, because it wouldn't have amounted to anything. But thank God. Is that not how Sule sang that song? Yes, that's how Mala sang that song. Good afternoon, welcome. It is Sports, Complete Sports on Melody 100.7 FM. It is a sports show where we get to hear everything from here, from there, from everywhere. Here, it's not just about football. It's about every kind of game, from athletics to boxing to basketball. I'm talking about basketball. We'll be giving you the update from the NBA regular season, a lot of action dunking of a game, and so many other beautiful things that we have this beautiful day. On behalf of DJ Medicine, remember last night when I was leaving you, I said I was leaving in the hands of DJ Medicine, that she was going to be doing some great things for you. So let me ask you, have you not been entertained? She's been taking care of BIZ since yesterday up until now. Big ups to DJ Medicine. That's my girl, doing very well right there. Okay, of course, Bisola Okoye is also in the building. And of course, the one we are going to be rocking everything together this beautiful afternoon, David Ibigbami, also right here. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Pretty Adeguke. You call me the nature's finest, the finest, DJ Pretty, the finest, all in one, all in all. Fast to represent again the ever exciting water sports. David, welcome. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good afternoon to you.
I hope you're still basking also in the fury of yesterday's victory.
Yes, I mean, we are all happy. Yes, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to the people of your state. Yes, it's another time to dissect and analyze all the latest and the biggest news making the rounds in the world of sports. Yes, the biggest has to be the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They got their famous win against Rwanda yesterday in Amahoro, Kigali, to be precise. Fantastic results for the Super Eagles, especially where you look at where they are presently on the table right now, just 4 points behind South Africa. Yes, we can still qualify. We still have hopes of qualifying to the World Cup in 2026. Remember, Super Eagles of Nigeria were not at the Qatar 2022 World Cup, so it will be something disastrous for us to meet us on 2 back-to-back editions of the FIFA World Cup. Yes, we have a game against Zimbabwe.
And it has always been our culture. It's a style for us now. We qualify for 2 straight.
Yes.
Miss one. Qualify for 2
again.
straight. Miss one.
So
That's because we went to 1994, 1998. We missed out of 2002.
Yeah.
Have you? I mean,
no, we went to
2002. We missed out of 2006.
Yes, then we
went to
2010, 2014, and 2018. Then we missed out in 2022.
So we qualify for 3 straight, miss one. 3 straight, miss one. That has been our style.
That has been our style. So the Zimbabwe's national team are in town. They're in Lagos already. It's looking as if these guys are very serious to pull up a shocker against Super Eagles.
Really shocker. Those ones cannot do anything.
Yes, Super Eagles, we arrived today. All things being equal.
Exactly.
And then we'll wait to see what will happen on Tuesday. Yes, a lot to discuss and analyze this one afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. All right, thank you for being here always. Okay, let's begin with table tennis, and from the grassroots, let's tell you that the 4th edition of the yearly Raise Table Tennis Tournament will serve off at the Oba of Lagos Sports Hall, Eco Club, Surulere, Lagos, between May 23 and 27. Of course, the founder of that competition and who happens to be the convener as well, Sheyi Reyes, has told us in Lagos, according to engineering graduate of the Lagos State University. Yes, says that this year's edition will feature up and coming young players, providing insight into what lies ahead for our table tennis competition. Of course, it happens to coincide with his Golden Jubilee celebration. It's his 50th birthday. Of course, Reyes is telling us something great is coming. And I asked how Reyes table tennis tournament has impacted on the sports in Nigeria. He expressed that Race Table Tennis Tournament has positively impacted the sport in Nigeria by providing platform for grassroots development and, of course, promoting young engagement. This is where I want us to talk about this beautiful afternoon, because according to this organizer, he said they've been able to impact on the young ones, but I don't know, I'm yet to see any young table tennis player that will take over from the likes of Aruna Kodri.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago, we're saying it here, that if Kodri leaves today, who takes over?
Yes, who takes over? Yes, we've not really seen young guys coming up when it comes to table tennis in Nigeria. Look at Egypt. They have Omar Asa, and they have this young talented tennis player now. I've forgotten her name. She was the champion when it comes to the ITTF. And we look at Egyptians, the way they are moving forward when it comes to table tennis right here in Africa. You can't really say that for the Super Eagles, for Nigeria as well. And are we going to struggle when the likes of Aruna Kodri? We've been struggling when Segun Toriola left, because it has only been Aruna Kodri doing so well for Nigeria at large when it comes to participating in table tennis competition. So we just hope that this competition will actually give room, the avenue for talented table tennis players to be able to showcase their talent. And also, I mean, we should not stop right there at the competition. We should also nurture this talented table tennis player. I mean, we should monitor their progress and make sure that they fulfill their potentials, and at large they can represent Nigeria in table tennis competition. Okay,
I hope we do that, because what is actually always missing is the fact that nobody monitors the growth of these young ones. We just do competitions, inter-house sport, inter-school sport, and everything just ends like that. We hope, pray that someday somebody who we definitely have love for this will be on board. Still talking from the grassroots, let's talk athletics now. Now, from the initial 11 schools that participated in the maiden edition of the Athletics School Games, talking about TSGS, 16 schools within Lagos have signed up for season 2 of the Lagos State Athletics Association sanctioner tournament. Of course, they're set to take place on March 22. That's today. Starting today, right? March 22 is today. It's starting today. The Yaba College of Technology in Yaba. Now, the defending champions, Grand School, already preparing to defend their title, while other teams are also eager to dethrone them. Athletes will compete for laurels in both elementary and secondary schools categories during this one-day athletics meet. And of course, to meet global standards, the organizers have registered the tournament with World Athletics Association to ensure that everything goes well with their timing. Of course, with the times recorded by the athletes are recognized by the world body. Now, this is another thing when it comes to from the grassroots now. This thing happened last year in Lagos. I was part of it. I was there and I saw it happen. This is the second edition. I mean, How many states in Nigeria do we have? 36. How many of such a thing do we get to hear every year? It's always Lagos, maybe Delta, maybe Edo. But how many of it? Let's talk about it in Ibadan. How many of it do we hear in your state?
And that's the reason why we are struggling when it comes to athletics competition at large. Because if you look at athletics right now, it has been on a downward spiral for us. Our only hope has to be on Tobiloma Muson, but it seems she has been struggling to compete at the highest level presently. In time past, it has always been Blessing Cadbury before she was suspended, and then we had a lot of another talented ones coming up, Ivoage, for example, and we've not really seen what they've been doing. And when it comes to the Athletics Federation of that, the issues surrounding it, when these girls went to the Olympics, they were disqualified due to registration and all that. So the issue is the Athletic Federation house in order before we start mentioning all these states. Right now, I don't think so. I don't think the body as well are doing enough to make sure that these athletes enjoy the facilities, the proper facilities people abroad are enjoying. And that's the reason why these athletes, when they have the opportunity of going abroad to showcase their talents, they forget where they forget their roots. Because I can't really blame them. Because if you go to United States, when you watch Olympics, you see an African representing an European country, and you begin to wonder, how does this correlate with each other? But you can't really blame this athlete because they didn't give them the conducive environment for them to participate in. So I think we should look at the body first. Then after that, we can start looking at the state as well. What are they doing to bring up talents, nurture talents in their respective states? It's not about enjoying it at the national level as well. These states also, they can also enjoy this talent. There's the National Sports Festival. We've seen the likes of Delta State, Bayelsa State, racking up medals. The likes of, if you look at the Southwest states, what are they doing as well? You begin to see them in the 10th position, 11th position. How are they participating? How are they doing so well in the National Sports Festival? So they can also start from somewhere. Not just athletics, football, basketball. When it comes to swimming, cycling, these are sports that are not famous, but at the same time, you can rack up medals when you participate in major competitions like the Olympics, like the World Athletics competition as well. So I think all in all, we need to look at the body as well. Then we can now focus on the states. What can we do to be able to nurture this talent and make sure that in the future, they can start representing us and doing so well for themselves as well.
Okay, let's talk a bit of tragedy now. Yes, moving from there to boxing, where tragedy struck in the game of boxing as a former heavyweight champion of the world, George Foreman, the iconic two-time world heavyweight champion of the world and a wealthy entrepreneur, has passed at age 76. According to his family, he died peacefully yesterday, surrounded by loved ones. That's how they die in advanced countries. They will always say they died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. But in Nigeria, in Africa, when you hear people, the way they even announce the death, you'll be like, what's going on? George Foreman was born in 1949 in Houston, Texas. Overcame a challenging upbringing, finding direction through the Job Corps program, where he discovered boxing. And of course, this man went ahead to achieve a whole lot of greatness in boxing, because Foreman's athletic ability was shown when he won a gold medal at the 1968 Mexico City Olympics. People didn't even know that he was an athlete as well. At 19, he crushed his way to the super heavyweight title, brandishing an American flag in the ring, only days after Tommy Smith and John Carlos' iconic Black Power salute. Now standing 6'4" and nicknamed as Big George, he was a formidable presence in the heavyweight class. His destructive power and quickness propelled him fast up the professional ranks in 1973, and when he won the heavyweight belt by defeating Joe Frazier in 2 rounds. A whole lot of boxing lovers will not forget that one. Foreman's impact on boxing and beyond remains indelible. A 2-time heavyweight champion, an Olympic gold medalist, a minister, an entrepreneur, and a loving family man. His life was one of triumph, redemption, and reinvention. As the world mourns his passing, his legacy as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time remains firmly intact. I mean, this is a very, very sad. I don't know how much you know of George Foreman, David.
Because, yes, we watched his clips.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a legend when it comes to boxing, especially his rivalry with Muhammad Ali back in the days.
Exactly.
And yes, he's achieved a lot when it comes to his career. Yes, two-time world heavyweight boxing champion and Olympic gold medalist. Yes, he achieved a lot. Fought Muhammad Ali in the famous Rumble in the Jungle in 1974. And losing his title to Muhammad Ali back then. So his professional records, he boasted an impressive 76 wins, 68 by knockout, and 5 losses in his professional boxing career. That's to show you how good George Foreman was back then when he was boxing at the highest level. How many boxers can boast of 76 wins presently? I mean, the highest has to be this Floyd Mayweather, who has 50 wins. Apart from that, I don't. The likes of Anthony Joshua, the likes of Tyson Fury are fighting because of money. You know, when the money has come into sports, you don't really see the passion and all that. But these guys fought because they had the passion for boxing, and I mean, we remember what he has done, and we just pray that his family has the fortitude to bear the loss. He has done a lot for sports in general, and after his boxing days, he became an ordinance minister. I mean, he became an ordained Christian minister. After a born-again experience, he became an entrepreneur, a media personality, and author. He wrote several books. So he's actually achieved a lot in his career and in his lifetime. And we just pray that his family has the fortitude to bear the loss.
Most definitely, that's our prayer for George Foreman. Of course, it's not easy. The man has, he led an indelible mark. Of course, for George Foreman, we say, may your soul rest in peace, because you gave the word something to cheer in the game of boxing. And even after the game of boxing, something to also emulate you gave outside boxing. May his soul continue to rest in peace. And to the family, the whole world is missing George Foreman. Let's have this breather with this song from Notorious B.I.G. and Group 1-2, dedicated to George Foreman this afternoon. And this one is titled Missing You.
You know what I'm saying? No doubt, man. Motherfucker, shit just get me so motherfucking. I had just got the nigga Puff card and shit. Booked out like that, man.
Each and every day, daydreams of how we used to be. See your family, and that baby's looking just like you. But you're gone away. I've been missing you lately. Tell me what you're going through.
I remember selling 3 bricks of straight flour. Got my man a beat down to the 3rd power. He didn't care, spent the money in a half hour. Got some fish scale, rained on competition like a shower. Got the coke cooked up, a crackhead Kevin. In 88, when Kane ruled with half stepping. A 38, a lot of mouth was our only weapon. We was kings till the D's crept in, and now I'm listening. Weekends we play the movies. We rock flat tops, our girls rock doobies. Made a killing, even though the D's knew me. Eventually, you know they tried to do me. Fuck it, fed up, my nigga wanted to take it down south. Sick of cops coming, sick of throwing jacks in his mouth. Gave him half my paper, told him go that route. A few months he got his brains blown out. Now I'm stressed, his baby mother, she tripping, blaming me and his older brothers. Understand the game it be kinda topsy-turvy. You win some, you lose some. Damn, they lost a brother, their mother lost a son. Fuck, why my nigga couldn't stay in NY? I'm a thug, but I swear for 3 days I cried. I look in the sky and ask God why. I look his baby girls in the eye. Damn, I'm missing. Around the way to make cats drew, her name Drew. Play fools out their money in pool. People swore we was fucking, but we was just cool. She used to hang while I slang my drugs after school. She watched my mom, helped my moms with the groceries. My little sister, the girl was kinda close to me. A little closer than the average girl supposed to be. Far from a lover, my girl was jealous of her. Then she started messing with some major players. Handle keys, niggas called them the bricklayers. A dread kid had a baby for that bitch Taya. Found out her baby father cheating, now true she got the slayer. One night, across from the corner store, Taya ran around the block with a Chrome 4-4. Squeezed all 6 shots in the passenger door. The dude lived what my baby had to die for. I'm missing her.
Definitely. The world is going to miss him. George Foreman, one of the greatest ever. 76. It's not a bad time to die. 76. Not a small age. But nobody wants to lose anyone. That is how life goes. So may his soul continue to rest in peace. Continue with the show right now. Of course, before we leave boxing alone and move to basketball, of course, let's quickly talk about this story that's coming through concerning Anthony Joshua. And we hear Anthony Joshua might just be, I don't know whether this one is going to be an exhibition fight or something. Because the story is having it the former 2-time world heavyweight champion Anthony Omodara Joshua has hinted at the possibility of a boxing match with YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul in 2026, following a recent call out from the American social media star. Paul, on his podcast, set his sights on a showdown with Joshua after missing out on a May clash with Canelo Alvarez. He said, "I want to fight Anthony Joshua." That was what the 28-year-old said, because I know I will beat him. And I'm asking David, is this kind of fight Anthony Joshua should be talking about at this time?
I think all
Anthony Joshua,
all these are just media talk, and I think this was an exhibition fight, one for the money, and I think the other boxer.
It seems it's all about Anthony Joshua is just fighting for money nowadays.
Yes, he's just fighting for money, and I feel the other boxer will be the one to benefit from him, because you know Anthony Joshua, when it comes to being attractive, attracting sponsors and all that, I think is one of the biggest right now in boxing presently. Even the likes of Alexander Usyk can't command the sponsors deals Anthony Joshua will bring to the table. So, and I think that's one of the major reasons why all these YouTubers and all these UFC fighters or social media people want to also fight. They want to cash in as well. So I think for Joshua, he should know what he needs to do presently, because this is not what he needs presently. It's been down in the last couple of years, ever since he lost that title to Alexander Usyk, and it's not really been the same Joshua we used to know. Joshua that we know has to be that aggressive boxer. I remember when he fought against Klitschko, and he won, and then going forward, he fought a lot of boxers, and then it was very, very remarkable for him. And then, but all of a sudden, when he lost that bout against Andy Ruiz Jr., I mean, that was when he started dropping, and then he dropped drastically against Alexander Usyk. So I think for Joshua, he needs to start coming up. He can still fight some rookie boxers, the likes of Efe Ajagba, the likes of what's his name of this guy that fought against Joseph Parker, Bakule. Okay. So he can use these guys to just step up, and then be in the mix of fighting for a title shot. So, but I think that was what's in this presently. The likes of Alexander Usyk are far ahead of him. Even Daniel Dubois is also ahead of him. Fury is retired presently, so the likes of Deontay Wilder are ahead of him. So, and I don't really think that's what he needs presently. So I think for Joshua right now, he needs to start focusing on how to gain that title shot again and being at the top where we used to know him. So I think that's the thing he has to focus on presently.
Okay, let's talk about athletics now before we go to basketball. The Niger Delta Sports Festival Torch has begun its tour of the participating 9 states in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State, where the festival torch lighting was cheered on by a throng of enthusiastic athletes, apart because sports administrators, government officials, and the general public. The ceremonial festival ritual took place at the Samson Siasia Stadium, where the state deputy governor, Senator Lawrence Rujapo, was presented the torch by the state commissioner for sports, Honorable Daniel Ligali, who had received the torch from the state director of sports, Sir Braveman Wodi. So it tells you that the Niger Delta Sports Festival is already now in full force. You remember I talked about it last week. We also talked about the Southwest Games being proposed as well. Well, good one. Let's see how that one we span out at the end of the day. So the torch is here, so we are ready to go. That is the way the whole thing is going right about now. So let's quickly talk about the IOC now, because the IOC now has a new leadership and the very first female in the history of the sport, as is going to be someone that's going to be leading the body. The Olympic Committee is having a new president now. The Olympic Committee president, Engineer Abu Hamed, yes, NOC, has congratulated Abu Gumel has congratulated Christy Coventry, who is now the new president-elect of the International Olympic Committee, as the International Olympic Committee has a first female in charge at this period. Well, that's the way it is for IOC, and NOC is showing them love. Let's go to basketball now, and let's have all the actions as they went down a while ago, and of course everything that has to do with basketball. David.
Yes, for games that were played in the early hours of this morning in the NBA, yes, the Boston Celtics defeated the Utah Jazz 121 points to 99 points. Yes, Kristaps Porzingis also possessed 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists with 3 steals to help the Boston Celtics defeat the Utah Jazz 121 points to 99 points without Jaylen Brown. Yes, to another center as well. The Cleveland Cavaliers lost again in the early hours of this morning. Yes, Kevin Durant dropped 42 points as the Suns took down the Cleveland Cavaliers 123 points to 112 points. Yes, the Cavaliers have now lost 4 straight games after having a 16-game winning streak. Yes, and they are struggling presently after going on a run of 16 games winning. But right now they are struggling. Kevin Durant posted 42 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists for the Phoenix Suns, while Devin Booker also posted 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 10 assists to help the Phoenix Suns defeat the Cleveland Cavaliers 123 points to 112 points. Yes, Donovan Mitchell posted 7 points for the Cleveland Cavaliers, while Darius Garland also posted 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. For Evan Mobley, also posted 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists, but it wasn't enough as the Cleveland Cavaliers lost against the Phoenix Suns 123 points to 112 points. Yes, to the LA Clippers, where the LA Clippers defeated the Memphis Grizzlies 128 points to 108 points. James Harden had another vintage performance with 30 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists, while Kawhi Leonard also posted 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists to help the Clippers grab a big win over the Grizzlies 128 points to 108 points. Yes, so another game as well, the Mavericks used a strong team effort to get a huge win over the Pistons 123 points to 170 points. Yes, the Pistons missed crucial free throws late in the game that contributed to their loss, despite having another solid night for Kate Cunningham. Yes, Kate Cunningham was fantastic for the Pistons, but he lost. He was on the losing side. He posted 35.7 rebounds and 6 assists. For Spencer DeWindow, he posted 31.3 rebounds, 7 assists for the Mavericks, while PJ Washington also posted 27 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 blocks, while Clem Thompson also posted 20 points, 5 rebounds for the Mavericks as they won against the Pistons 123 points, 117 points. To another game as well, Frank Van Vliet touched the 8 with 37 points as the Rockets defeated the Miami Heat 102 points to 98 points. Yes, the Miami Heat have now lost 10 games in a row. Presently, they are struggling right now for the Miami Heat. Yes, the Rockets have a 9-game winning streak presently. Frank VanVleet posted 37.3 rebounds and 3 steals. While for the Miami Heat, Andrew Wiggins posted 30.3 rebounds, but it wasn't enough as the Miami Heat lost against the Rockets 102 points to 98 points. So another game as well, the Pelicans, after losing to the Pelicans last game, the Timberwolves got for the Timberwolves defeating the New Orleans Pelicans. Julius Randle posted 20 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists. For Anthony Edwards as well, he posted 17 points, 3 rebounds and 5 assists to help the Timberwolves to get a famous win against the New Orleans Pelicans and 134 points to 93 points. Yes, to another game as well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had another 30 points performance as the OKC Thunders defeat the Charlotte Hornets 141 points to 106 points. Yes, light work for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He posted 30 points, 6 rebounds and 9 assists to help the OKC Thunders get a famous win against the Charlotte Hornets 141 points to 106 points. To another game as well, Paulo Banchero, the Argentine, posted 30 points, 8 rebounds and 5 assists to help the Magic to defeat the Washington Wizards 120 points to 105 points. Yes, the Orlando Magic got a win against the Washington Wizards 120 points to 105 points. Paulo Banchero was the star man, posting 30 points again, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. To the last game, the Portland Trail Blazers play at the Nuggets 128 points to 109 points. Yes, Nikola Jokic was not available for the Nuggets as they lost against the Portland Trail Blazers. Sharon Sharp posted 23 points, 5 rebounds and 2 assists for the Blazers, while Dennis Aldridge posted 36 points, 8 rebounds and 7 assists to help the Blazers defeat the Nuggets 128 points to 109 points. Looking at the standings presently, the OKC Thunders are first on the log. They've already secured their playoffs bet. The Houston Rockets are second. The LA Lakers are now third. The Denver Nuggets are fourth. The Memphis Grizzlies are fifth. The Golden State Warriors are sixth. The LA Clippers are seventh. The Timberwolves are eighth. The Kings are ninth, while the Phoenix Suns are 10th on the log. For the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers are first on the log. They've secured their playoff belt. The Boston Celtics are second on the log as well. They've secured their playoff belt as well. The Knicks are third. The Pacers are fourth. The Bucks are fifth. The Pistons are sixth. The Hawks are seventh. The Orlando Magic are eighth. The Chicago Bulls are ninth, while the Heat are 10th on the log. To games that will come up tomorrow morning, the Brooklyn Nets we score up against the Indiana Pacers. The Golden State Warriors against the Atlanta Hawks. The Washington Wizards against the New York Knicks. The Milwaukee Bucks against the Sacramento Kings, while the Chicago Bulls will be up against the LA Lakers.
Most definitely, that's how it's going down concerning the NBA. Thank you so much, David. Of course, let's move from there now to football, because let's begin from the local scene here. The MPFL is hotting up. I mean, we have just about 8 more games to end the season. And that is why we are not happy with what is happening with Shooting Stars, because we thought, having been fumbling in the MPFL, now moving down almost 7th on the log, they could have used the Federation's Cup to maybe rekindle another hope for qualification to the continent. But the shame, the show of shame that happened midweek is really something that's still making a whole lot of Ibadan and Shooting Stars lovers not happy at all. It's so sad with what is happening concerning Shooting Stars. Now, they told us they were investigating since on Tuesday. They not been able to investigate, talking about the management of the Shooting Stars. Up till now, they are still investigating.
They are still investigating. I won't be surprised if we don't get any reports from Shooting Stars.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
I think the government needs to do something. The management
in a well-run club.
Yes. Now, some people have been saying that the people who are managing Shooting Stars have some questions to answer. Yes. Before now, not even before the incident that happened midweek. Some people have been saying they have questions to answer, and I think the way it's going right now, they are justified in what they are saying, that those guys have questions to answer. Because, for instance, people are saying they gave you brand new boss, and the boss in less than 5 years,
4 years
has been having issues everywhere. I mean, they were going to Katsina, it broke down about 4 or 5 times.
Yes.
I mean, that alone, they should be asked questions.
They should be asked questions.
I mean, look at this show of shame that happened to us. I mean, Shooting Stars of all teams.
For a big club like Shooting Stars.
We're not talking about Aundi, the one name, Aundi, that name said. Aundi, that's the name of the club. The club is from Abia State. I mean, so Aundi own the name. Okay, I own the name. Yeah, I got it. I own the name. It actually means my mom is where. I own the name. This is not happening to a club like that, but a Shooting Stars, the first club in Nigeria to win a continental competition.
Yeah.
I mean, this is ICC Shooting Star International Club.
It's an eyesore, to be sincere.
It's an insult to the entire Oyo State.
To the entire Oyo State people. And if you look at how these fans have been really supporting Shooting Stars, you would tend to agree with me that the fans deserve a little bit of smile. They should Shooting Stars should put smile on the faces of Shooting Stars supporters right now. And at some point in time, we thought they are doing well. They will be on course to qualify to the continent and all that. But right now, it's not looking good on and off the pitch for Shooting Stars. On the pitch, they are struggling. Off the pitch as well. I mean, mismanagement as well from the Shooting Stars board. But we just hope that they said they are doing investigation. We will wait for the outcome of the investigation. But what we want to see is some people should be punished for the show of shame that happened right there this midweek. I mean, for a well-run club, that shouldn't be happening. I mean, we had issues of about players not being registered. I mean, not one, not two, 5 ineligible players.
That's the annoying thing.
That's the annoying
thing.
If
it's one, you can say it's a mistake.
It's a mistake. How come 5 players were not eligible to play in that particular game? And the most annoying part was Sanfara United didn't even show up. And then we thought
it was a walkover.
It was a walkover for us. And then at the end of the day, we heard the news in the evening that Shooting Stars have been knocked out of the FA Cup, have been thrown out of the FA Cup. Not looking good. When we even thought at least if we get to win the Confederation Cup, that was a big backdoor for us to qualify to the continent. But right now, the Confederation Cup is out of it. Right now, the league is even dicey for us presently because we are 6th on the log. And if you look at teams ahead of us, it's not looking as if these teams we go down presently, because you look at the likes of Ikorodu City, the way they play, the way they score goals. Look at Remo Stars. That one is even sorted out when it comes to qualifying for the continent for me, because I feel even that number 1 position is just a matter of time where they will be crowned champions. Look at Rivers United as well, the way they are going away from home at this tail end of the season, going away from home to get 3 maximum points and coming down to Rivers and then getting 3 maximum points as well. Then you begin to wonder how the Shooting Stars want to cope with these teams. So I think for Shooting Stars presently, they have a game this weekend against Niger Tornadoes. Anything short of a win will be something disastrous for us, because right now they missed out on the continent on the last day of the season. Right now, it's looking as if we won't qualify for the continent. When will Shooting Stars go to the continent? It's been a very, very long time since Shooting Stars fans have seen their club playing at the highest stage when it comes to club competition in Africa. So I think for the Shooting Stars administration and for the Oyo State government as well, all hands must be on deck. People abroad are concerned about Shooting Stars. I mean, you look at people supporting this club. You look at the way the fans come out to support this club. Apart from, let's say, Kano, I feel the only stadium that has a lot of fans showing up to watch a game has to be the Adama Stadium, the Shooting Stars fans. So I think we shouldn't put the effort of the fans in vain. I mean, we want to see the Shooting Stars playing in the continent, and we hope at the end of the season we'll be able to achieve that.
Okay, we will be able to achieve that. Of course, we're in the MPFL now. Of course, Shooting Stars tomorrow, Niger Tornadoes. That match is going down. But before we talk about the matches coming down tomorrow, let's talk about what happened yesterday, where the man that was employed to come and maybe take them off the relegation zone seems to be getting it right now. We're talking about Nasarawa head coach, talking about Salisu Yusuf, yes, who said yesterday that his team played under pressure in the win over Rangers International. The Solid Miners defeated the defending champions 1-0 in a match day 30 fixtures at the Lafia Stadium just yesterday. And of course, the way it is right now, they are gradually moving away from the relegation zone. And this man was brought in to come and do a job. Seems he's doing it.
Seems he's doing it presently for Salisu Yusuf. Yes, he's a renowned coach when it comes to coaching in Nigeria. Yes, although he's been started with a lot of controversies, but presently that's behind that's the past presently for him. But right now, with his job he's doing right now for Nasarawa United, in their last 3 games before the one they played against Enugu Rangers, it has not been draws. There's 2 draws away from home and 1 draw at home. yes, not so bad.
Not so bad at all for a team that's fighting relegation.
For a team that is fighting relegation, but the result they got yesterday was a massive one for them on their quest.
Which means that in 4 games, they have 6 points.
Yes,
right?
They have 6 points. Not so bad for a team fighting relegation presently. And for Nassau United, it's not looking good. Yes, they shouldn't be in this kind of position because for me as well, they have history when it comes to Nigeria Premier Football League. And right now, they've brought in an experienced manager, Salisu Yusuf. So what they will be hoping for is for Salisu Yusuf to make sure they escape relegations this season, and the next season they make sure they maintain their position right there in the NPFL.
And most definitely. And today, as we speak right now, Kano Pillars playing away to Plateau United, and guess what? 36 minutes of play, Kano Pillars are leading in Jos 1-0. I mean, isn't that a surprise? They went to Jos and they are leading by a goal to nil now.
That's a surprise for us, and that's one thing I'm saying about Shooting Stars. Just imagine Kano Pillars get a famous win away from home. That's trouble for Shooting Stars if you don't get to win tomorrow.
Because if Kano wins this one now,
they'll go
we're going down,
because we are level on points with they are level on points with Shooting Stars. So if Kano Pillars can even at least get a draw and Shooting Stars fails
these games to
win, is a problem for us. So I think for Kano Pillars, massive one for them. Remember when they suspended their manager? They had to extend the suspension because the team was doing so well and they didn't want to disrupt the progress of the team. Right now they are reaping the reward. Ever since the assistant manager has been in charge, he's been getting results at home and even away from home. They've gotten valuable points away from home as well. So it's looking as if this encounter as well, if they don't get the win, they might likely get the point away to Plateau United. But for Plateau United, it's not looking good for them as well, because right now they are not safe either. Right now, and they are currently losing at home, because if you look at where they are on the table, they have 35 points. And Nassau United are ahead of them, courtesy of that win they had yesterday. So if Shortstone starts to win this weekend as well, Plateau United might just find themselves in the relegation zone. So they also need this particular game. It's a serious issue for Plateau United as well. So they also need this particular game, get a win, not even a draw. A draw cannot even save them. So they need to come all out in the remaining minutes in the first half or even the second half and get a win against Kano Pillars. Failure to do that, they might just find themselves in the relegation zone.
Now, you just mentioned Sunshine Stars. They are playing the next game. That will be at 5:30 between Bendel Insurance and Sunshine Stars. They are traveling away where all their games, I mean, they have been playing all their games away, if you ask me. Because even when you say they are playing at home, they are still playing away at the Remo Stadium. Bendel Insurance is hosting Sunshine Stars. They gave them 3-match ultimatum. That one is over now. I mean, the ultimatum seems to have worked out very well for them.
Yes, they got 1 win and 2 draws.
2 draws, yeah.
Yes, so they didn't
so
lose any
the ultimatum is over.
It's over.
Are they not going to be going back to factory setting?
Yes, that will most definitely tell. They are playing against Benden Insurance. Yes, Benden Insurance also are not doing badly. They have 41 points right now in the NPFL, and in their last home game they won, but they lost away from home. And I feel they will also want to get a win right there at their home ground presently, because if you look at where they are presently, they are 41 points. They are on 41 points, just 2 points behind Shooting Stars that are in 6th position, and 30 points behind Abia Warriors. So they also want to get a win to close the gap on teams that are vying for continental slot. So I think for Shooting Stars, it's going to be very difficult for them to actually get a win or even at least a draw against Bender Insurance right there in Benin. So I don't see them doing any wonders against Bender Insurance. I'll be tipping Bender Insurance to get a win against Sunshine Stars. It will go a 1-0 victory, 2-1, but at the end of the day, I see Bender Insurance getting a win against Sunshine Stars.
Okay, another team that is not okay. Let's tomorrow's fixtures now. Most of the games are going to be played tomorrow. 6 matches on the cards tomorrow. Now, another team that is not living up to expectation, just like Shooting Stars, seems to be Enyimba this season. Enyimba is not really doing well as they used to do in the past. Now they are going to be hosting Bayelsa United tomorrow in Aba. I mean, at 4 p.m. What do you expect Enyimba in that game? Because right now, the way it is, if Enyimba continues to dwindle in form the way they are doing, people might just be calling for the head of Kanu Nwankwo.
I think for Enyimba, lately they've been getting the results.
Yeah, they just started getting it in the last 2 games.
Started getting the results. their last 4 games, 2 wins and 2 draws. Not bad for a team. Also vying to
And,
qualify
that,
for the
and,
continent
and
as
that's
well.
a very sad one for Shooting Stars
Yes,
as well.
yes.
All the people behind them seems to be doing very well.
Yes, all the teams behind Shooting Stars are doing so well right now, and it's not looking good for Shooting Stars presently. For Iyimba, they are playing against a Bayelsa United side. Bayelsa United.
And Iyimba are right behind Shooting Stars.
Yes, Iyimba are right behind. Just 1 point behind Shooting Stars. So, and I feel Iyimba also want to get 3 maximum points presently against Bayelsa United. Bayelsa United are also an average team with 37 points presently in the MPFL standings. So you can't really compare the quality they have with what Iyimba has presently. So, and it seems Stanley Iguma has found a way to rejig the side in the tail end of this season, because it seems lately they got a famous away draw against them in Ikorodu City, a game which they would have even won. They had to concede in the 9 minutes of that encounter. So I think for Iyimba, I think they are getting it right lately, and I feel they will consolidate on that and get a win against Bayelsa United right there in Aba against Bayelsa United.
And that will be very bad for Shooting Stars. Of course, it's an oriented derby in Owerri, between the heartland of Owerri and Abia Warriors. Another team that seems to be flying high this season is Abia Warriors. They are even flying higher than their neighbors.
Yes, Iyimba. So Imama Amapakabo has been doing a very good job right there at Abia Warriors. Yes, playing against Atlant. Yes, Atlant as well. They've not really been good. Yes, for Daniel Mokachi. Yes, is it?
No,
it's not that. Emmanuel Munike, rather.
Yeah.
Sorry, rather Emmanuel Munike. It's been topsy-turvy for him this season. Yes, they've not really been immersed. They're also in the relegation fight right now because they are just 1 point behind Sunshine Stars. So if Sunshine Stars can get a win this weekend, and Atlant fails to win at home, so that's trouble for Atlant. And they are playing against an informed side, Abia Warriors, at home. So I think I see that game as a draw. I see Abia Warriors going away from home to get a draw against Atlant. I don't just know what gives me the confidence that Abia Warriors can go away from home to get a point against Atlant. So I'll be tipping Abia Warriors to get at least a famous win, a famous draw against Atlant, and that will be trouble for Atlant. But I don't see them winning against Abia Warriors.
Okay, it's a northern fight in Katsina, as Katsina United will be hosting El Kanami Warriors. And of course, Akwa United will be hosting Akwa United. Akwa is a struggling side, but a struggling side that everybody has been grabbing opportunity from. But when you go to Shooting Stars' turn to grab a point from them, they beat Shooting Stars, yaga. The same way Lobby Stars that everyone was grabbing point from, when you go to Shooting Stars' time to grab a point from Lobby, we also didn't take the opportunity. Rivers United will be playing Ikorodu City. That's a game, if you ask me. That's a game tomorrow. I mean, 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. Rivers United and Ikorodu City, the Oga boys who are flying on all cylinders.
Yes, Rivers United are doing wonders presently. Last 5 matches, 3 wins and 2 draws. And while for Ikorodu City as well, their last 5 matches has been 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. So it seems both teams are doing well. But for Ikorodu City, last time was they drew at home, not so good for them. They drew at home against Iyimba, and that's the reason why they are in 4th position. If they had gotten that win against Iyimba, they would have been in 3rd position ahead of Rangers International. But I think going to Rivers, it's going to be very difficult top for Ikorodu City to get at least a draw against Rivers United, knowing fully well that Rivers United will also want to close the gap to Remo Stars, because right now in Rivers they'll be thinking the league is not over, because they are just 8 points behind them, Remo Stars. So it's just an away win for Rivers United.
And Remo will not play.
And Remo will not play this weekend. So a win and an away win for Rivers United, we just open the league. We just throw the title
put pressure on Remo Stars.
I just put pressure on Remo Stars. So I think for Rivers United, they know what is at stake presently for them as well. So they know they need to get a win, close the gap, pending the time Remo Stars will play their own encounter against their opponent. So I think if they get to win, they will close the gap to 5 points. So that will be pressure on Remo Stars. Knowing fully well that Remo Stars as well are not good going away from home as well. So and Rivers United have been getting points away from home lately. So I think for Rivers United and for their manager, Finidi George, he knows what he needs to do. He's been in this position before. He's won the league before. He's qualified a team to the continent before. So this is not new for him. Ikorodu City are new to this because this is their first time of being in the NPFL. So I think right now, experience-wise, I'll be tipping Rivers United to get a win right there in Rivers against Ikorodu City. Ikorodu City will also try. They want to get at least a draw against Rivers United. But I think at the end of the day, the experience between both managers will actually be and Rivers at home as well. They have their fans right behind them as well, and the experience might just be too much for Ikorodu City to undo. And I feel at the end of the day, Rivers United will get 3 more points.
All right, just because you're wondering why did I say Remo Stars will not be playing their own game? Yes, because they should be playing. In fact, that match is away to Lobby, and it would have been a good game for them. I mean, remember, they are. I mean, you said they don't pick away points, but let's see how that pans out. Why are they not playing their games? They have 2 of their goalkeepers. No, I mean, they are out right now on international duties because one of their goalkeepers is with us. And
yes, Kayode
Bankole, and the number 1 goalkeeper is actually with Benin Republic.
Yeah,
he's from Benin Republic.
Yeah,
Obasa, what's that his name?
Yes,
again?
Obasa.
Yes. Most people didn't know that, so that's why they didn't play because they said they won't play with 1 goalkeeper.
Yeah, and they've blown out 2 goalkeepers as well. So
exactly. Yes. So
Stars as well. So
it's understandably. So it's something.
What if the goalkeeper gets injured? So so that's the reason why they are not playing.
Exactly, because if they played with the goalkeeper and anything happens to the goalkeeper, so they will start looking for who will replace it. So that's why they wrote to the NPFL that look, our goalkeepers are on international duty, and it's allowed. And
that brings the question: why is our league going on during international break?
We don't. Are we under international break? That's the problem we keep asking. I keep asking the question. Every league is as we speak right now, on hold.
Suspended.
Even in Albania, Albania, they are on hold. Even in Turkey, everywhere. But only in Nigeria, league matches are. Even in Ghana here, South Africa, they are not playing.
They are not playing.
But only in Nigeria, league matches will be going on international break.
But some will tell you, look at all these countries. Majority of their players are playing at home.
Now, don't we have players who are...
How many players? We only have Kayode Bankole.
So we should continue. That means we are not under this... We are not observing the calendar now. Because that calendar by FIFA is that every team...
Yes.
On international break, international calendar, every league should stop, should be on hold. Is like that on the calendar of FIFA.
And we call it...
Are we not with FIFA? Are we not... I think Nigeria should be sanctioned. NPFL should be sanctioned. I don't know where I've always said it that we do not belong to this universe. The way we do our own thing is quite different from the way others do their thing. So that's the way it is. But tomorrow at 5:30, Shooting Stars, Niger Tornadoes here in Ibadan. I mean, we said that earlier. So nothing but victory in this game. Because if anything short of victory tomorrow, the fans might just be...
They should forget about it.
Is it about forgetting? The fans will be agitated, if you ask me. Because I know about the fans. They're already angry in their mind.
They are angry.
They are just keeping their anger in their minds. But if tomorrow...
If they should fail to get a win.
They need to be told. They need to be told, this guy. They need to be told.
Even if it's half goal, just get it.
Just get it. Get it. Exactly. Okay, let's have this breather. When we come back, we'll definitely, because we need to take call to prayer now and the time check. And when we return at the other side, we go straight, to FIFA, what concerns FIFA, which is the 2026 World Cup qualification. Of course, we start with the Super Eagles, everything that went well for us, and even something that we need to check ahead of the game against Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe are in town. Super Eagles also they are on their way back to Nigeria from Kigali. We'll be back with that. It is Melody 100.7 FM. It is Complete Sports right here in the city of Ibadan. And you're listening to The Nature's Finest with David Idigbami this beautiful afternoon doing justice. When we return, we go straight to the Super Eagles and, of course, every other game that concern the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualification. Don't move a muscle. We'll be back very shortly.
Difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety. variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
ọlọ́run ọba àlekèọlá àlá ló ṣe ìrun kíkí lọ́ranyàn fún gbogbo múmìnì àti múmìnà àmọ́ nítorí àwa ẹ̀dá jẹ́ onígbàgbé òun ló ṣe pàtàkì láti máa fi ìrun pípé ṣe ìrántí fún gbogbo wa ẹ dìde ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ kírun. ọ̀gbẹ́ni Mustapha Tọ́pẹ́ Mumin Topsy Aluminium Company ni wọ́n ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ìrun pípé tí ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ yìí ní ìrántí bàbá wọn Mustapha Àyìnlá.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
ọ̀gbẹ́ni Mustapha Mumin Topsy Aluminium Company ni wọ́n ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ ìrun pípé tí ẹ ṣẹ̀gbọ́tàn yìí ní ìrántí bàbá wọn Mustapha Àyìnlá ẹ dìde ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ kírun.
Reset one of your presets for your hit music now. 100.7.
From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 4 p.m.
We are the real home of entertainment. Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan.
100.7. 100.7.
100.7.
Melody.
100.7.
I'm the bunch. You only have one life to live.
if you're lucky, then you might get two. I was down, so down, took the hit. Was a miracle that got me through. I've seen the world, paid my dues. Got plenty of scars, but nothing to lose. Tonight, I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. Smoking in the air, look at me now. Looking back now, there's no regrets. Moving forward, that's all that's left. Wouldn't change a thing, even if I could. I'm stronger now, I've seen the world, paid my dues. Got plenty of scars, but nothing to lose. Tonight, I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. Smoking in the air, look at me now. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. Standing up, standing up, standing up. Oh, Africa, standing up. To a nation, to a country, Mali, Ghana, Congo, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Angola, South Africa, Ivory Coast, Ethiopia, Cape Verde, Nigeria. I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. Smoking in the air, look at me now. I'm on top of the world. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world, in front of the crowd. I'm on top of the world. Smoking in the air.
That's the way it appears now. It appears that we are on top of the world. Victor James Osimhen is on top of the world. The entire Super Eagles team on top of the world. But one man who seems to be much more on top of the world seems to be no other than the man known as Eric Scher right about now, because he seems to be more on top of the world than any other person as we speak right now. Who wouldn't be? If you were Eric Scher, wouldn't you be on top of the world? In fact, you would tell them to go and put you on top of the world right now, and you'll be seeing every other person from the top of the world. Because it's not easy. He said he couldn't do it. A whole lot of us had skepticism when he was appointed the coach of the Super Eagles. They said he would never do it. But how he did it yesterday, I don't understand. This man seemed to take us back to the time of the Rashidi Yekini. Did you see that first goal from Victor Osimhen? That was a classical. No, the second goal, right? The second goal. That was a class. In fact, the two goals, classical Rashidi Yekini goals. Because I remember how Rashidi Yekini used to score goals back in the day. I mean, may he so rest in peace. David the Big Bami, you saw everything yesterday. And right about now, Victor James Osimhen has overtaken Odegbami. Shegun Odegbami is now the second highest scorer in the history of Nigeria Super Eagles. Yes, still behind the late Rashidi Yekini.
Yes, still behind late Rashidi Yekini. Yes, this man, ever since he broke into limelight in 2015. Yes, 2015. Is it 2017 World Cup?
Yes.
No, 2015.
Under 17.
Yeah, under 17. That was 2015. Yes, that was 2015. Because I remember the 2013 was the Taiwan Awoni set where the one in Europe.
It's even the one everyone is looking for. It's the hottest one right now. The most wanted.
Yes, apart from Gyökeres right now in Sporting, I think he's the second most sorted player for right now in Europe, and the way he's doing it for his country, for his clubs, for his club rather, he's doing it for the national team as well. Fantastic for him. 25 goals in total for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Just 12 goals behind Rashidi Yekini, and I think he's going to break the record. He can break it in the next 2 years, because
definitely
he can break the record in the next 2 years, and scoring 2 goals to help Nigeria win yesterday was a very good one for Victor James Osimhen, and there has been a lot of controversies to his determination, to his seriousness into the Super Eagles setup, but I think this window, as we've really seen, it's a different Osimhen entirely, because he was part of those that came to camp early. And it was because he had to.
He played on Friday.
Yes, he played on
Saturday. He was already in camp.
Yes, he conducted an interview, and he was saying Eric Chow demands seriousness from all the senior players in the team, and he showed his character yesterday with the likes of Ademola Lookman as well, the combination with Moses Simon as well. So I think all in all was a very fantastic performance of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The next focus has to be against Zimbabwe on Tuesday.
Now, before talking about Zimbabwe on Tuesday, let's talk about the tactics Eric Shell actually adopted in that game, because we've always known Nigeria to play from the flank. Although this man wanted to change the style, the man Pasuma that left.
Ozi Basero.
Pasero, somebody in Lagos used to call him Pasuma on my show. So he tried to change our style, which we didn't all like. That was why people like us were against him. Because he was playing a style that we didn't understand. This was not super good style. But this man came, his first game yesterday, we saw a man that came with a style that we were used to back in the day. A style that was always favoring us back in the day. And he was also in our favor yesterday. 2-0. Rwanda didn't even have an answer to our question at all.
They were surprised. Yes, with that tactics deployed by
so maybe they've watched a video of Pacero's era, and they worked on that one.
On that one.
But they saw a different thing yesterday.
They saw a different thing yesterday. Very good one for Eric Chow. Yes, with his deployment of the personnel. Yes, he got the win. And I think this manager has to be a manager that loves to attack. Yes, and I feel Nigerians we enjoy it, and if we give him a lot of time, because I think it's still the first game, we shouldn't give this manager a lot of pressure, because when it comes to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, it comes with a lot of pressure. The journalists, the fans, and all that. We want to see the Super Eagles doing so well, but I think we should take it one game at a time. Yes, there will still be room for errors as well, but I think at the end of the day, with the support we give to this manager, I think we are still going to enjoy him. Yes, he's a manager that loves to attack. You could see it with what he deployed yesterday for attacking players at the same time. Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman with Moses Simon, and Rwanda had no answer to that yesterday. And then with a little bit of Alex Iwobi on his day as well, he's attacking minded as well. So I think his tactics was favorable for us yesterday. Yes, in the middle of the park, I have issue with it because I felt we were not able to control it in the very first half. But I think in the second half, we were talking about it yesterday. I think he listened as well, and he had to reject and brought in Rafael Oyedika to just make sure the game is being controlled by Nigeria. And then we saw Nigeria holding possession and all that. And I feel maybe because it's his first game, in the second game as well, I think he's going to also learn from it. And I feel the likes of Alex will be to also put in more effort. The likes of Samuel Chukwueze, although I feel the reason why Samuel Chukwueze started yesterday is because he's the only natural left-footed player in that squad. So definitely. I think our scouting team has a work to do in that aspect as well. I think we need another left-footed player that can play in that right-hand side. I think in the Super Eagles setup, we only have right-footed players. Right. Moses Simon, Victor Boniface, Ademola Lookman. I think that right-hand side, which a left-footed player will play, I think that's where the issue is, and that's the reason why Samuel Chukwueze is getting the chances is getting right now. I feel if we can get another player that can put him under pressure, I think he's going to improve, knowing fully well that it's not just going to walk into the starting 11 just like that. He has to put in the effort to earn a place into the Super Eagles team. I think all in all, it was, yes, if I had to grade him on a scale of 100, I would say 70% to 75%. Yes, massive. We got 3 points yesterday, but I think against Zimbabwe, there shouldn't be any room for complacency. Yes, we need to get 3 points against Zimbabwe, because there's no point getting 3 points away from home and then losing against or even drawing against Zimbabwe.
Anything
short of 3 points. I don't know how they want to do it.
The coach of Rwanda said something. His name, Coach Hamrichi, says it wasn't Nigeria that did a good job. That it was actually his boys that lost the game. That they gave the 2 goals to Nigeria.
No, I don't think so. He has. He have to say something to defend himself.
He said the 2 goals were by his players. They gave us the goal.
No, how did they give us the goals? How did they give us on the platter of goals? On the platter of gold, rather. The Rwandans had no answer yesterday. In fact, I was even surprised Super Eagles kept a clean sheet because all our qualifiers will be conceding goals. So keeping clean sheet yesterday was a massive one for Eric Chow and his boys yesterday. And I was saying it even before this game that I feel it was going to deploy a back 4, and then that is what I saw yesterday. Calvin Bassey, the partnership of Calvin Bassey and William Sekod was immense yesterday. In fact, I felt Sterling Nwabali had no pressure. He was not pressurized yesterday. The likes of Olaoluwa, and although he was played in the left back position, but also I think he performed well. The likes of Bright Osai, Samuel as well. So I think all in all, we have the squad, we have the talents all round, and I feel we just all we need is the right manager, and I feel with time, Eric Chow will actually use his boys to his own very best, and then we start getting results. Okay, and of course, the story coming through right now is that the boys have landed in Uyo. That's the story I'm getting. Wow. Latest from Uyo, yes. That's the latest news. Yes, they've landed in Uyo. Of course, expecting Zimbabwe as well. Zimbabwe are already in town. No, they are in Lagos. They were here to connect Uyo. So they're also on their way to Uyo as I'm getting the report right now. Now, concerning Zimbabwe, this game is even going to be in their is going to be favorable to them than Rwanda. Yes. They will have a clip to watch, the clip of yesterday's game. Where Rwanda will be watching old clip of Pasero and his boys. So that means we have some great job to do against Zimbabwe. Yes. I think because I feel when Super Eagles play at home, they seem to be under pressure because of the fans. Play away. I think because of the fans. We have crazy fans here. We also have crazy fans here. And I think for Eric Chow, I think the middle of the pack has to be rejigged for me. I think it should go with the same formation. Remove what's it called, Alex Iwobi, and then bring in Rafael Onyedika between the formation you used in the second half, right? Yes, in the second half, bring in Rafael Onyedika with Simfen Didi in the middle of the park. Wilfred Didi is not a holding midfielder any longer. It's not the 4 we used to know. Wilfred now is more like box, a 10. Yes, it's box to box, yes. Box to box midfielder. So I think the only number 4 we have present in that squad since Frank Onyeka is not in the team. Frank, I wanted to talk about Frank. Since Frank Onyeka is not in the team. Why did Frank not make the team? Because that's the man that we saw what he did in the AFCON. Yes, a solid man. I mean that midfield. Yes, but I think the coach had other options. Yes, since he called Alassane Yusuf at the expense of Frank Onyeka. Okay. Yes, it's not even starting game, but I feel Rafael Onyedika should be starting against Zimbabwe to be able to control the midfield. Then, because we saw yesterday, is not even used to playing in that old because it's been long and all that. I mean, what he plays in Leicester now is to just move and just get the ball, the ball from the defensive midfielder and then move the ball forward, try to score. And I felt that was the main problem we had in the first half because the defenders were forced to play long balls because there was no midfielder to come and get the ball and then move the ball forward. So I think if he should go with Rafael Onyedika, that would do the job. That would do the job. Get the ball. Then from the ball, then give it to Rifendi Didi. Then all that we can. That's where the likes of Ademola Lookman and Alex Iwobi, it's not Alex Iwobi, Moses Simon can now do the job of creativity. So I think he should just sacrifice either Samuel Chukwueze or Alex Iwobi. I don't know. It's his choice. Either Samuel Chukwueze or Alex Iwobi, but I don't think the likes of Ademola Lookman will be removed from the starting level and Simon and all that. So it has to be Samuel Chukwueze and Alex Iwobi. If it is Alex Iwobi, who now plays from the right? You mentioned the natural left earlier. If he's sacrificing Alex Iwobi, definitely Samuel Chukwueze will remain in that right hand position. But if it's sacrificing Samuel Chukwueze, then definitely Alex Iwobi can play in that position. We've seen him play in that position for Fulham. Even Moses Simon can also play in that position as well. So I think that's not an issue for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We have versatile players. We saw what Olaina did yesterday playing that left back position. So I think we have versatile players. That's not an issue. But I think he purposely went for a natural left-footed player. And that's the reason why Samuel Chukwueze was in that position yesterday. So he can reject the squad. Simon can play in that position. Alex Iwobi has played a whole lot of games for Fulham in that position as well. I think Alex Iwobi, I don't think he has the strength again and that creativity again in him. And that's the reason why Marco Silva has deployed him in that right-hand side. So, and I feel that's where he's actually thrived this season. So I think all in all, we can't afford to draw or even lose that game against Zimbabwe because what will it benefit us? Win against Rwanda and then drop a point against Zimbabwe. So I think for the Super Eagles, what shall it profit us? So I think for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and for the manager, he knows what he needs to do. Get to the maximum point against Zimbabwe.
And I think they need to, although we'll talk more, we have enough time to talk more concerning the game on Monday when we come here on Monday as well as Tuesday. But I think our coach needs to go and watch the game between Benin Republic and Zimbabwe. They were 2 goals up, and Zimbabwe came and almost did something against them. So we need that game. We need to go and watch that clip. It's very, very important. Okay, quickly, now let's talk about all the things that happened yesterday, not just the Super Eagles that played yesterday as well. We had other teams that played. I think before I left the show yesterday, I gave you the results of a majority of the games, but Ghana played later. And we talked about Ghana.
They surprised us,
and
winning 5
crazy.
goals to 0.
In fact, the highest so far in this match day.
5 goals to 0 against Chad. Yes.
They did what they had to do.
They did what they had to do. I mean, you know, the World Cup qualification has to be their only hope right now. And the likes of Semenyo came to the party. The likes of Inoki Williams also came to the party yesterday. Fantastic results for them. Salisu as well, the Dimbenda as well came to the party for Ghana yesterday. Yes, they won. In front of their own fans, yes. Although the fans were chanting and saying yes, all sorts of things yesterday, but I mean,
the fans, are happy. They are not
happy because of not them going to the AFCON.
Because to Ghana, AFCON is important to them.
AFCON is important to them. You know, the backlash from African countries.
You know what we started saying when we qualified? That Ghana should sit down and watch us on plastic television. So they already know that the problem is between them and Nigeria.
The banters as well.
The banters every time.
Every time. So I think that's the reason why.
And that is why we also need to qualify.
We need to qualify.
If we don't qualify for the World Cup,
they stopped us
to
qualify.
And they wanted to kill us with banters there. If we don't qualify this one, they will kill us. Having killed them with banters when we made it to the AFCON and they couldn't make it.
So for Ghana yesterday, yes, it was a very good run. They won, and they're fantastic. They got the results. Right now they are top of their group, and it's looking as if it's all easy for them on their quest to qualify for the World Cup in 2026.
Okay, before going to Europe, let's quickly talk about the groups and the result that came through there. And of course, I'll also give you the groups, how it stands right now in different groups. In Group A of CAF qualification for 2026 World Cup, in Group A, Burkina Faso defeated Djibouti 4-0, and Ethiopia lost to Egypt 2-0. Mo Salah doing something. It tells you that Mo Salah is close to Ballon d'Or than any other thing right now.
Which Ballon d'Or?
Why? You say which Ballon d'Or?
Which Ballon d'Or? Is there African Ballon d'Or?
Is he not doing well in EPL? Is the top scorer? Is the top assist?
I think he's no longer in the conversation of the Ballon d'Or again.
He's not?
It's not.
Is it because of the UCL?
See, if you want to win the Ballon d'Or, someone that even won the UCL didn't even have the chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. So you got knocked out in the round of 16, and you are thinking about winning the Ballon d'Or. I think the conversation of Salah winning the Ballon d'Or is over. It should just focus on Liverpool winning the league and also making sure Egypt qualifies.
Now, if Liverpool win the league, Egypt qualifies for the World Cup and they win AFCON.
Which AFCON? AFCON cannot be a decider for the Ballon d'Or. So they would have even announced the Ballon d'Or winner before the AFCON takes place.
You guys have that's why this guy knew how you are in Africa. Was that Jimmy Carragher? That's why he said all he said. God knows your address. In Group E, Niger Republic, of course. I talked about Group A before. Now Group B, DR Congo. Yes, beat South Sudan 1-0. That was the sole game that went through in that group. Now in Group C, Rwanda were beaten by Nigeria. Of course, you already know that one is no more story. If you don't know by now that Nigeria beat Rwanda 2-0, then you're the only one living in Nazareth that doesn't know that Jesus Christ has been crucified. Okay, South Africa also beat Lesotho 2-0 in Pretoria. In Group E, Niger Republic were beaten at home by Morocco, and that's another team that's showing class, talking about Morocco. In Group F, Burundi were beaten at home by Ivory Coast. We talked about that yesterday, talking about the current African champions. They did what they had to do, talking about Cote d'Ivoire. And in Group G, it was Botswana that lost at home to Algeria. That's another team that is doing very well in this qualification. They went away and beat Botswana 3-1. In the other group game, it was goalless between Guinea and Somalia. In Group H, it was Equatorial Guinea who beat Sao Tome and Principe 2-0. In Group I, Ghana went all out, battered, shattered, humiliated Chad 5-0. That game ended. And of course, that was everything, how everything ended in that game right there. Yes, according to David Ibigbami here, Ghana are doing everything they have to do, and they have to do it, and that's what they are doing. Let's give you the groupings, how they stand, everything stands right now in the group. Let's begin from Group A. Now, in Group A, it is this way. That group has Egypt, Burkina Faso, Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, and of course, Ethiopia and Djibouti. Egypt leading with 13 maximum points. They've not lost a game. From 5 games, they won 4, drew 1, 13 maximum points. Burkina Faso next to them in second position with 8 points. Sierra Leone 8 points as well. And Guinea-Bissau 6 points from 4 games. Ethiopia and Djibouti behind in that group. In Group B, Sudan have 10 points. They have not lost a game as well. Just imagine, Sudan have not lost at all as well. They've won 4. They've won 3, drawn 1 from 4 games. DR Congo is up next with the same point and the same way. And of course, Senegal 8 points from 4 games, followed by Togo, South Sudan, and Mauritania. In Group C, South Africa now lead the group. Of course, they're followed by Benin Republic. South Africa have 10 points, Benin have 8, Rwanda 7, Nigeria 6 points. And things definitely will change on Tuesday, God willing. Lesotho and Zimbabwe are last in the group. Cape Verde in Group D, 10 points from 5 games. Cameroon follow with 9 points. Libya 8 points, and Angola 7 points. Mauritius 4 points. In Group E, Morocco leading the pack with 12 points. They've not lost a single game. 12 points. Niger followed with 6 points. Tanzania with 6 points, and Zambia with 3 points. In fact, midweek, if Morocco win midweek, straight to the World Cup. They will join Japan, right?
Yes, that's a serious country.
You'll join Japan straight to the World Cup. In Group E, Ivory Coast, 13 points. Of course, they're closely followed by Gabon, 12 points.
That group.
These two guys are going to fight head on to the last day.
I said it, Ivory Coast and Gabon. That game will be a decider on who will qualify to the World Cup. So, for Ivory Coast, they just know that right now that game against Gabon will be the decider. They need to win, because for an African champion to miss out on the World Cup will not be good for Africa. African at large, because your champion won't be at the World Cup. It won't be something good for us. So I think for Ivory Coast presently, they know what they need to do. Get a win continue to win their games, including against Gabon. So that will extend their points gap against to what Gabon has presently.
Yeah.
So I think for Ivory Coast right now,
Gabon is falling there with 12 points,
but just
1 point gap between them.
So if they should win Gabon, that was just 4 points ahead of Gabon. So I think with that will settle it.
Okay, Burundi, Kenya, Gambia, Seychelles follow in that order. While in the Group G, of course, is a tight one between Algeria and Mozambique. Algeria 12 points, Mozambique 12 points as well.
Voila.
12 points.
12 points.
They've not lost. They both lost 1-1. Yes, they've won 4, dropped 1. What? Guinea is following with 7 points, Botswana 6, and of course Uganda also have 6 points. Somalia just 1 point. In Group H, Tunisia leading that pack with 13 points, closely followed by Namibia. Namibia of all teams, 11 points. Liberia 7 points, Malawi 6 points, Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea did very well in the last AFCON.
I think they went as far as the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, yes. The host beat them. The host eliminated them. Right?
Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Was it Ivory Coast? Because I think Ivory Coast eliminated Mali.
No. South Africa.
Yes.
Yes, South Africa. Wow. Oh, my God. And for them to now be struggling, they are 5th on the log with 6 points.
AFCON is different from the World Cup qualifiers.
Okay, now.
You can ask Ghana. AFCON qualifiers, World Cup
I've just said
qualifiers.
it. I should ask Ghana. I'm talking about Ghana. They topped the group now. The last, I'm talking about the group I with 12 points, followed by Madagascar. Some of these countries we used to look like small.
Minnows.
I mean,
minnows in football.
See Namibia, see Madagascar, see Mozambique.
They are no longer minnows in football again, especially in Africa.
They are 10 points following Ghana. Just 2 points between them and Ghana.
I don't know.
Yesterday it was Comoros.
Did they send
right now,
Madagascar and Comoros to Ghana? I don't understand.
These two countries.
Ghana they just want to. They want to finish Ghana.
Mali. Imagine Mali of all team. Mali that got to semi-finals in the other AFCON.
Yeah, quarterfinals.
No, the other one.
Okay.
Not this one.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, Mali. They've always done well in AFCON, but I don't know what's good. Well, you said it, that qualification for World Cup is different.
And manager is not with them
presently. We collected their manager now. We collected their manager.
The manager is with us presently. So.
Okay. So the last group is what we just talked about. So, and let us remind you, all the group winners, all the 9 group winners, we go straight automatically to the World Cup.
And the 4 second place.
Yes, we go for.
So that has to show you the Super Eagles of Nigeria has to finish in top position.
We don't need to go.
In fact, even the second position,
going to one.
We are not even in the top 10 when it comes to second best team.
Because
look at the points.
We're talking about Madagascar having 10 points, Namibia having 11 points, Mozambique having 12 points, Gabon having 12 points, then Cameroon have 9 points, Benin Republic. Okay, no, those ones. DR Congo 10 points.
And we have 6 points.
So we need to do our job.
We need to do our job to just finish. In top position to qualify for the World Cup.
Okay. All right, let's go to Europe now and let's talk about what happened yesterday in Europe. Of course, Malta defeated Finland. Finland defeated Malta 1-0. Poland defeated Lithuania 1-0. That's in the World Cup qualification. Of course, in Group G. In Group H, Cyprus beat San Marino 2-0. Of course, Romania were beaten at home by Bosnia and Herzegovina 1-0. In Group K, it was Latvia that went to Andorra and beat them 1-0. England did what they had to do against Albania 2-0. That game ended.
Yes, they won a fantastic one for Thomas Tuchel yesterday. He got
his first game.
His first game.
An emphatic win.
Yes, his first game in charge.
Lewis Kelly.
Lewis Kelly got his first goal in
followed Arsenal last that entered records books in the past.
First goal for the Three Lions of England. Yes,
but Harry Kane doesn't just know how to stop scoring.
The guy is a very prolific striker.
Harry Kane.
And we just wait to see him win a major trophy.
Win something?
I think he will win something this season.
Okay, with what Bayern are doing, right?
It's what Bayern are doing. I think he will win the Bundesliga.
I think he took a good decision to go to Bayern.
Yes,
because he knows Bayern will always win the Bundesliga.
If he ends up not winning the Bundesliga this season,
no, because he took a course there last season.
No, don't let me say it. If he ends up not winning the Bundesliga,
they should just chase him out with Kane. That he brought the course because they've been winning 11 years before.
11 years before he came. So for Three Lions of England, it's fantastic one for him. The likes of Dan Burn. First game for the Three Lions of England. What a performance from him yesterday. What a week he has been having. And he got a call up, then scored against Liverpool in the final, and then made his England's debut yesterday. And then for the likes of Jude Bellingham, got an assist yesterday as well. The likes of Curtis Jones.
I think Jude Bellingham is in the form of his life right now.
He's in the form of his life, and the likes of Curtis Jones as well. Rich James also came into the game. 6 minutes to the end of the game.
Would you say, because talking about Rhys James, would you say because of the Chelsea connection, that's why he was invited? Because with Rhys James' present form,
he's not done enough to.
There are a lot of people who are better than him in that position right now for England.
In fact, he's not even playing that right back position for Chelsea because that Maresca, that coach, decided
to be put in the midfield. And because right now, he feels he has someone that could have more strength in the right hand side. I don't know what he's trying to.
Who has more strength than James? Is it Gusto? Is he better than James?
No, not better. I'm talking about in terms of speed, in terms of agility. He's still younger now. James is now going down. James is now getting old.
James is 24.
Is he the same age with Gusto?
Gusto is 20. Maresca with his tactics, yes.
Anyway,
away from that,
he knows what he wants to do.
He knows what he wants to do. Fantastic work for Tuchel yesterday, got his first win, and he'll be looking forward to doing well for the Lions of England, because anything short of the World Cup, to win the World Cup, because it's not about qualifying and then finish quarterfinals or
they are looking for to
anything short of winning the World Cup is not good for England, because
can they win it? South Americans are there with their wahala every time they come.
France is even coming there.
France is crazy.
Portugal want to win.
Spain that the
for Cristiano Ronaldo. Portugal.
Can they win it? Where you have Spain. Spain are the European champions.
Yes.
And they still have this set of guys who did the magic.
In fact,
they still have more crazy guys coming
up. Yes.
I mean, what La Liga and see crazy boys every day.
Look at their defense right now. They have the one of the prospects right now in the world. They have what's the guy's name? Pau Kubasi.
Pau Kubasi. See what he's doing for
Asensio,
exactly.
And this guy from Bournemouth, Oxen. So they have one of the best centre backs, one of the youngest centre backs in the world right now. So if I was what's
and they have one of the best winger right now.
Wingers, Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. Look at that middle of the park, Pedri, Gavi.
So and you're calling England.
There's nothing impossible in football.
Of course, definitely. There's nothing impossible. Okay, we wish them well. Let's go to the comment board now, talking about the South American football, where qualifications took place yesterday. Paraguay won Chile 1-0. Brazil won 2-1 in Colombia to Colombia. Of course, Peru also beat Bolivia 3-1. Ecuador also beat Venezuela 2-1. All these games, it was a total home wins for all the teams yesterday. And you know, their own is the simplest of all qualification series. They are all in one group. The top six will just qualify straight.
It's because there are not many countries.
Have you? All right, let's see talking about qualification for the World Cup. Let's go to the Oceania now. We're in the New Caledonia is the country's name. They beat Tahiti. This is where you get funny names. They beat them 3-0. Tahiti lost right there to New Caledonia, while New Zealand beat Fiji by 7-0.
So, not so surprising.
That's the highest of all the qualifications so far. Crazy, I tell you.
Yes, New Zealand are a power when it comes to...
What Fiji they do for food? They should come to Ibadan and be singing Fuji now. Fiji.
You look at what these countries playing football. I think, what's the name of this country Japan defeated? I've forgotten. Bahamas. Look at Bahamas.
Okay, yeah, Bahrain
and all that. What are these countries looking for in football?
Let them play.
Let them go and play their cricket, because when it comes to Asia, they love cricket and all that. So, and a little bit of table tennis, the likes of China and then Japan as well.
Exactly.
Football is not their sport.
That's not their thing.
It's not their thing. That's why we are saying.
And gymnastics is also their thing.
It's their thing
They are
as
so
well.
flexible.
They are so flexible.
But if you're going to be fighting kung fu. Okay, today, as we speak right now, we gave you earlier the Kano Pillars were being beaten by. We're beating Plateau United at home, but right now the game is now 1-1. Plateau United have leveled the score, and
yes,
it's now in the 64th minute, so it tells you that
there's a lot of time. Yes, anything can still happen
in that game.
Joy for Shooting Stars.
Abil, yes, nice one for Shooting Stars. In the UEFA qualifications today for World Cup, it still continues, where Moldova will be playing Norway at 6 o'clock. And of course, that will be at 6 p.m. Then later at 8:45, Israel will take on Estonia. Israel, even though they are fighting war, they are still playing, just like Ukraine as well. All right, in the other qualification as we are going on right now, in the game that have started, Liechtenstein now playing North Macedonia, and in the 73rd minute, they are being beaten at home. Talking about North Macedonia beating Liechtenstein at home 2-0. Wales will be playing Kazakhstan at 8:45. That's in another qualification that's in Group J for the World Cup in Europe. In Group L, Montenegro will be facing Gibraltar. That will be later at 6:30, while Czechia, the one you used to know as Czech Republic, will be playing Faroe Island. When you hear Faroe Island, you hear Gibraltar. All these funny countries.
San Marino. That one is even worse.
Okay, in CAF today, yes, in Group B, Togo will be playing Mauritania. That will be in the next 23 minutes or thereabout. And Sudan we play Senegal. That game is a very important game. This Sudan-Senegal because
Senegal needs to win.
Because Sudan have gone ahead of Senegal.
Yes.
So Senegal need this game.
Anything short of a win.
But Senegal, they are away to Sudan.
So it's going to be very difficult, especially when you are playing against this North African side.
What a game.
What a game for them.
Okay, in the CONMEBOL, yes, the game played earlier today. Argentina again defeated Uruguay 1-0. Argentina also, in their first game, they also beat, they did very well, of course. So they recorded 2 wins right now.
Yes,
Argentina, even without Lionel Messi.
Yeah. For Emiliano Martinez.
To beat Uruguay.
Wow. Yes. Uruguay are not doing so well under Marcelo Bielsa. They've been struggling their last 7 matches. Just 1 win. And then for Martinez, 36 clean sheets in 50 games.
I'm telling you, this guy is
for Argentina.
He will still win Ballon d'Or. He'll win another one.
He'll win.
He's still the best keeper in the world right now.
In the world. Having 36 clean sheets in 50 games is massive.
I mean, it is.
It's massive for a goalkeeper. And
Emiliano, man.
I just, when you are doing something and you are putting in the hard work, one day your hard work will pay off.
Definitely.
Look at Emiliano Martinez, just at the tail end of his career, and he's enjoying all this.
Now that he's not getting younger. When he was much more younger, he didn't
even get all this opportunity. Wow. And just one game in the FA Cup, one game in the FA Cup, because remember he won that FA Cup with Arsenal against Chelsea during Frank Lampard era. He just showed him into just put him into the limelight and all that. Ever since then, he's been consistent. Moved to Aston Villa and then with the Argentina national team, where then they were struggling with goalkeepers and the likes of Caballero was struggling,
exactly.
And then they had this guy from Manchester United now, Romero was also struggling as well. So he had to fill in the gap, and look at what he's doing presently with it.
In fact, what they gave him then was let's just try him,
and look at what
they
didn't
he
know
he
done.
could just achieve it this far.
So I think it's a sign of motivation to all people that are working out presently, because I mean for someone at the age of 29, 28, you would think, okay, what else do I have to do again to deserve an opportunity? But right now, at the age of 30, 31, he's enjoying all this. He's won back-to-back FIFA Best Goalkeeper Award, and he's won the World Cup. He's won the Copa America twice. He's achieved
won everything.
His
cabinet is filled right now.
He's won the FA Cup. He's achieved a whole lot and all that. So I think for Dibu Martinez,
I think UEFA Champions League is what he's missing.
Is what is missing as well. So I think for Emiliano Martinez, if you look at his career, and at the end, he's going to be happy that wow.
I think he has achieved a whole lot. I mean, kudos to Emiliano Martinez. Are doing very well, and what I like about him is when he's in goal, there's this personality,
confidence.
Yeah, so much confidence, and he brings a whole lot of jive.
I mean, in fact, and he's a specialist in penalty.
Exactly.
Short stopping.
I mean, if you don't face him, don't play.
In fact, during the World Cup, when it gets to penalty shootouts, I'll just
forget it.
Argentina to win.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
this one is good.
And he has this razzmatazz around him, this aura around him that you can't just help but to like him. Yeah, great one for him. All right, kudos to them. They are doing very well even without Leo Messi. That's the spirit of champions right there. They are still world champions. Okay, let's quickly move on now, and let's tell you about, because in Europe, 2 things are happening right now. Is the World Cup, is either you are playing World Cup qualification or you're playing the Nation League.
Yeah.
So they also have a Nation League playoff. The games that will be going down today, of course, tomorrow, because they have today for qualification for World Cup, then tomorrow the Nation League. France will be taking on Croatia. I mean, that's a game.
That's a game, yes. France lost the first leg against Croatia to go to nothing. And they'll be looking forward to get the revenge against Croatia and then move into the semi-finals of the Nations League. For the likes of Kylian Mbappe, is not really settling in with the France national team. Remember, he was not in his squad in the last window, the last international window, but right now he's back and he's not been at his very best for France. The likes of Ousmane Dembele, although they have a lot of quality, but he's not really showing on the pitch of play for France. For Croatia, yes, massive. They got 2 goals at home, and they'll be looking forward to keep it tight defensively and then see whether they can get an away goal and then close it up and then move into the semi-finals. I think it's going to be very difficult for France to overturn that 2 goals deficit against Croatia. they might win against Croatia, but I don't see them qualifying to the semi-finals. I think Croatia will move into the semi-finals at the expense of France.
Wow, that's what you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are good lineup of games in this playoff because Germany also playing Italy.
Yes, Germany against Italy. These are two teams that are not doing so well against each other. Yes, Germany played against Italy in the first leg. They got a result against Italy. Yes, at least not so bad for them. But I think they will also want to get at least a win to move into the semi-finals of the Nations League again. Because it's been long since we've seen Germany in the semi-finals of a major competition.
Yeah.
I think since that 2014 World Cup, it's been a long time. For Italy, yes, the World Cup has been not really be good for them. They've missed out on 2 successive World Cup, and the Euros has to be the biggest thing they've achieved in the last couple of years. So they also want to also qualify into the semi-finals. But I think at the end of the day, I see Germany progressing because they have Julian Nagelsmann and they have quality all-rounder. But you can't compare the quality Germany has with what Italy has presently, because apart from DiMarco, who is not even in the squad, who is injured, how many quality players can you make mention in that Italian team? So you look at Germany, although Florian Wirtz is injured, the likes of what's it called? Musiala. They have Musiala is in there. Musiala is there. Now. Is it Kingsley Coman?
No.
Leroy Sane is there as well. So they have a lot of quality players in their roster, and with their young manager as well, Julian Nagelsmann is a fantastic manager as well, an experienced manager at his own level as well. So I think at the end of the day, I'll be picking Germany to edge it against Italy.
Okay, the next one is Portugal-Denmark.
Yes, Portugal-Denmark.
Denmark beat them.
Yes, 1-0. Yes, Rasmus Højlund. Yes, got the goal. And Portugal will be playing at home against Denmark this time around. For Portugal, they've won the Nations League once. That's the first edition where they won against the Netherlands. They also want to do it again, knowing fully well that the World Cup is near next year, so they can use this as a preparation for the World Cup in 2026. For Cristiano Ronaldo, yes, it's been a very long time since he's been with the Portugal national team. Yes, we want to get a trophy as well for his team as well. It's since 2020 or 2019, since when they won the Nations League, they've not really won a major trophy for them as well. And for their manager, many people has characterized him as a manager that only knows how to rack up points when it comes to FIFA ranking. I remember he was a former manager for Belgium, and
he's always good at
making
the rankings.
But
winning competition,
winning major tournaments hasn't been really good for him. So I think it's also on the verge of also doing that for Portugal, because I feel they had no business losing that game against Denmark in the first leg. But I feel they have all it takes to get a win against Denmark tonight. So I will be tipping them to win against Denmark, 3 goals to just qualify against Denmark tomorrow.
Wow. Of course, the last one in that playoff is Spain and Netherlands. I mean, these are crazy fixtures.
Crazy game. This goes in the first leg 2-2, 2-2, yes, 2-2 in the first leg. The last of Cody Gakpo got the goal for Netherlands, and then for Nico Williams he got the first goal for Netherlands, and for Spain rather, and then they play out a 2-2 draw. Yes, Spain will be at home right now. Yes, we were talking about Spain the other time. They have a lot of stars, young guys that are doing well for their respective clubs.
Exactly.
In the middle of the park, they have one of the best midfielders in the world right now, Pedri. They have Fabian Ruiz in that Spanish national team as well. Gavi is not being called up, but at the same time, they have Dani Olmo is playing for. Dani Olmo, yes, is playing for the Spanish national team as well. They have one of the best wingers, Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams on the other side. I think the only issue they have is centre forward. Morata is not really at the level again. I think defensively as well, they have Oxen as well. Paco Bas is out injured. I don't think he's going to be fit for this encounter. But left back, they have what's this guy, Marco Kurela, and right back as well. They have guys that can pull in the shifts.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. This
craziest guys right now.
Yes, one of the best left back in England presently. So I think all in all, playing at their stadium against Netherlands, although it will be very difficult because Netherlands also, they have a lot of quality players in their roster as well. Xavi Simons, Cody Gakpo will come to mind, Benny Van Dijk as well, even Memphis Depay as well. So look at Netherlands as well. These are two powerhouse names when it comes to football in Europe. So, but I think at the end of the day, it might go to a penalty shootout because the first leg was a close encounter between both sides. But at the end of the day, I see Spain qualifying to the semi-finals.
Okay, that's same tomorrow in CAF here in Africa in Group F. There will be Kenya taking on Gabon in the World Cup qualification. Of course, Eswatini and Mauritius. Now, this is one thing that gets people confused. We just talked about the play of quarterfinals, right? In the in Nation League. There's we now have qualification, the qualification playoff in the same UEFA Nation League.
It's relegation.
Yes.
They have like 3 groups.
So that's why we need to explain it to them.
They have
people
like
who
3
don't
groups.
understand. Yes.
So if you want to promote to the league, to the League A,
the main League
A, where the likes of Portugal are playing, the likes of France.
Exactly.
You know, right now England are in League B because they've relegated to the League B.
Like the one we just mentioned now, we analyze now the quarterfinals.
At the quarters
the
of
League
League A.
A.
So now you have to play the qualification to promote to League
from
A.
League. In fact, from League C, you go to B.
From League B to Group A.
Okay. So those
League
guys
A.
who are in B are playing, aspiring to go to A. And these are their own games they are having today as well. I mean, tomorrow as well. Hungary and Turkey. You used to know them as Turkey. They are known as Turkey now. Scotland and Greece will be playing as well. Serbia and Austria, Belgium and Ukraine. So these guys are the ones in B aspiring to go to A. Now the ones in C aspiring, no, sorry. The ones in B aspiring to go to A, these are Georgia, Armenia. Yes, Georgia will be playing Armenia. Iceland will be playing Kosovo. And Slovenia will be playing Slovakia, while Ireland will be doing battle against Bulgaria. So these are the guys in League B qualification playoff. And of course, the one I gave you earlier is League A qualification playoff, meaning you want to promote to League A. While the ones we gave you first, actually the quarterfinal
of the Nations
League. So that's where it's going down.
And that's the reason why they are just starting their World Cup qualification now.
But all these things, are they not too much for these players?
It's all about making money. The UEFA wants to make money.
Because they are just playing. They finish by Thursday now. They finish all the Wednesday, Thursday, finish all these qualifications and run back to the club side. In fact, by weekend, they will play games.
Barcelona are playing on Thursday.
Just imagine.
And I think there are reports that what's it called? Rafinha and Arajo will have to be on a private plane so that they will be available for that game against Osasuna on Thursday. So these are too many games for these players. In fact, in Europe, the World Cup qualification just started yesterday.
I'm telling you, wow.
In fact, in Africa, we've started since last year. So in Europe, because of too many games, nation leagues,
exactly,
they just started yesterday. So
now you just mentioned Rafinha. Rafinha said he was at the verge. In fact, one leg was already out of Barcelona until the call from Coach Hansi Flick.
Yes, he was on the verge of leaving Barcelona. In fact, remember, Barca fans were clamoring for him to be sold, and then they should sign Nico Williams. In fact, people were anticipating that his jersey number should be given to Nico Williams. They've already printed the shirts.
Yes.
So no one knew Rafinha will actually pick the form. Is that presently this season, and he's enjoying his life presently. These are guys that
doing so well now. Nobody expected he would go this far.
And is even in the contention to win the Ballon d'Or. Not Musala, you made mention the other time. These are guys that are real contenders to win the Ballon d'Or, because presently he's aspiring to win the league. Is in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Who says he won't be in the Champions League final?
And he's the top scorer in the Champions League.
He's the top scorer in the Champions League. And he's even in the Copa del Rey. So he's looking at a potential treble. Yes, for Rafinha. So,
and that's another man that had so much disappointment when he was at Leeds United.
Leeds United. Remember, he has to see them on the last day to escape relegation.
Exactly.
So, on and on, in the last 1 year, it's been good for Rafinha. And then in the national team as well, he got a goal, he scored a penalty.
His story is like the story of the goalkeeper we just talked about
Martinez,
as well. Because when he was younger, he didn't achieve this much he's achieving.
Yes, Rafinha is 27, 28 now.
Exactly.
And he's achieving this. Remember, Chelsea wanted to sign him, but he had to go to Barcelona because of his dream. He had to achieve his dream right now, and he's living his dream presently. And I'm quite happy for him. At least he's achieved his dream playing for Barcelona. I know every player will want to play for Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Yeah,
right now he's doing so well for
because something is a guarantee. It's guaranteed. You win La Liga, you win Champions League.
Imagine he's won a trophy this season, the Super Cup.
Exactly.
So even if they don't end up winning at least a trophy between either of Copa del Rey League or even the Champions League, which I feel is not even possible. I think one of the three they will win. So it's actually won a trophy. It's actually won a Super Cup. So I think at the end of the day, if we look at his career right there as Barcelona, and then he will be very happy with what he has achieved so far as Barcelona.
Let's end it with this unfortunate story coming from Arsenal. I mean, when you talk about aspiration, is it that aspirations for Arsenal seems to be dying? Because right now they are the only team that ordinarily should be giving all the competitions to Liverpool because they are close to them when it comes to the log. But right now, injuries seems to be their problem. Ricardo Calafiori has left the national team camp following a knee injury sustained during Italy's 2-1 loss to Germany on Thursday. This is what we are talking about. They say the fixtures are not too much. They want to make money. You just talked about money now. If the fixtures are not too much, I mean, look at it right now. This is not even a World Cup qualification. This is a Nation League, and he has gotten a knee injury. A knee injury, we all know how, is always very, very hard.
2 to 3 weeks.
Is this not a very crazy blow for Arsenal in the pursuit?
I don't think it's a crazy blow for Arsenal. He has not even been fit for Arsenal all through the season. So Miles Kelly, and that's the reason why Miles Kelly has been the number one starter for Arsenal this season. So I don't think for Ricardo Calafiori
has not. But now that he's coming up little by little, injury is taking him back now.
What has he done for Arsenal?
Oh God! And because he came, they bought him. His case is like the case of Jure Timber.
Yes, Jure Timber
came the first game he played, he went on injury
for the whole of
so
that
Calafiori
season.
also suffered similar thing.
Yes. So Arsenal fans
now that he's gradually coming back, he's gone back again. So
there's also, and I think for Arsenal, I think Calafiori is an injury-prone player.
He is.
Remember the injury he had at is it AS Roma? Remember he was at AS Roma before he went to Basel.
Yeah.
In Switzerland and all that. So I think he's an injury-prone player, and Arsenal should have conducted their own research before signing him.
They went to buy an injury-prone
player. So they should, whatever they face right now, they should just hope by next season injury should not affect him.
So sad. Okay, thank you for those. I understand the streaming seems to be messing up. In case you are not seeing the way you should see it, but for Benny Odemi Omokure, thank you so much. He says, well done, Complete Sports and crew. He says up Chelsea. Shiju Adetimila says, well done, sir. Of course, thank you so much for your messages. Of course, keep them coming. And of course, like the page. Follow us on all social media platforms. Melody 100.7 FM. Melody 100.7 FM. And that's the way it is. Of course, let's begin to wrap up things this beautiful afternoon on Melody Complete Sports on Melody 100.7 FM. We've done justice to different. That's why we call it Complete Sports, from different sports to different sports. And now wrapping things up with football. All right, so don't worry. We'll be back again next week, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we bring you fresh from the ever-exciting world of sports. But don't forget, tomorrow, Monday to Friday, we have Sports Cruise at 6:15. And, of course, Melody Sunrise Sports, that will be at 9:10 a.m. every morning. Okay, this is how we do it every day right here. Sports never sleeps here. We give you the very best of sports. All right, big ups to David. David, you're so much highly appreciated. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me here.
Thank you so much. On behalf of DJ Medicine, who is this one, is it Titi Poleko, or what do they call this cloth you're wearing? Okay. All right, I'll be back. Let me just go have a breather. I'll be back at 7 as we'll be taking you through on the Back in the Day show, where you tell us what's up with the songs of yesteryear. We'll be coming back at 7 p.m. Thank you so much. My name is Pretty Adegoke. Call me the nature's finest, and I'll see you on the next one. Keep your head up, keep winning, and always try to remain a champion.